Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. ChopperFett here with another gloriously cold day of motovlogging. By the time you're actually seeing this, it's probably middle of May and I'm probably complaining about the heat. But right now it's cold when I'm filming this. And so I also kind of wanted to, I've been trying to avoid all the social distancing conversations, but you know, sometimes you just kind of have to think about how it's going to change your life in the long run. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and roll the intro and let's have a little chat about the future. Or roll it. Alright, so when this video is released, I absolutely have no idea where we're standing on the pandemic. So I actually kind of want to preface this as if the pandemic is over and the world has moved on to the next phase, next tragedy, whatever you want to call it, right? So for me, I said on many videos ago now that I've been kind of, quote unquote, preparing for this my whole life, being the social introvert that I am. I don't necessarily like big crowds. I don't like going to places where there's a lot of people. I don't like going to Costco. That's how much I don't like being around other people. Now, let me kind of preface that. It's not that I don't like being around them. I don't know, it messes with my mood when I get stuck around a whole bunch of people. Now, if I was at like Arrowhead Stadium, would that be a different sort of presence or state of mind? For sure, because then I'd be around 70,000 people that I share a common interest with. So I think that's the key, is the common interest. And so I was talking with my dad here today as far as when this stay-at-home order and these quarantines are technically lifted, you know, what am I going to do? Am I going to go right out and, you know, go to a Royals game that day if they have them going? No. I've already decided as far as sports are concerned, and as much as I'm a sports lover, don't get me wrong, I love my sports, I'm not going to a game until at least 2021. 2020 is done for me as far as attending a big event such as that. Now, will I go to a bike night or something along those lines? Sure. Those usually have crowds of usually maybe 100 people, 150 people, at least the ones that I go to. And what's nice about a bike night is you don't have to get up close and personal with anyone unless you really want to. You can go look at the bikes, you know, have some food and drink at the dealership that's housing it. And you can, one, keep to yourself, which I like to do. And two, you can keep your distance still. So just because the 6-foot rule and all that is lifted doesn't mean I'm not going to follow it. I feel like I have actually maybe changed my whole mentality as far as, you know, how I'm going to live life even past this pandemic. I have, you know, why put myself at risk for something else when I don't have to? And I'm not going to say anyone's going to be right or wrong on this subject for when this is done. That's not what this is about. I'm just saying this is how I'm going to be living my life. Which is great because it works out for me. And the way it works out for me is most of my motorcycle friends that I have are nowhere near me. I've met a lot of cool people on YouTube and most of them are out of state. The only people I really would ride with here locally would be my friend Woody, his friend Aaron, which I guess you could say is kind of my friend too. Hi Aaron, if you're watching. My dad and maybe my wife. That's only 4 people, and outside of my wife, I don't plan on getting close to any of them in the near future. But no, I think I'm not going to go out in a mask and everything like that. Once this lifted, the gloves, the mask, you know, I'm not too worried about that at that point in time. And I haven't even, to this point in time, been doing that. I just been staying home. The only time I've been getting out is to go pick up my kid from daycare. So I have had very limited exposure, and I am thankful for that. I'm not paranoid about catching anything else. I just feel like for me it's just a smart decision. Just don't put yourself at risk. If you don't put yourself at risk, you're not going to catch anything. Now that could change if this stuff is to get airborne. Yeah, things are going to have to change a little bit, but right now it's just contact from all that I know. And you know, just stop touching me, everybody. I mean, we don't have to be so touchy-feely in this society. I don't need a handshake or a hug every time I see you. Dude, I get it. Happy to see you too. Don't need you hugging me. Don't need your handshake. So I am not paranoid. Maybe it has turned me into a little bit of a germaphobe. Maybe a little bit. But I'm not to the point where I need to, again, need to take a handkerchief with me to open every single door. Like in What About Bob? Not gonna be nearly that crazy.
Out on a boat on the lake, way far away from the dock, with the end of the wind with the sky and everything. Ahoy! Baby steps to 50 miles per hour. Oh man, so that's just a little bit of a rant. I don't know what order, again, I don't know what order this episode is going to be posted in. It could be posted a week after I filmed it just to keep it relevant. I have no idea. What's up, buddy? But, you know, I'm hoping you all are staying safe no matter where you are out there. The last thing I ever want to hear is, well, I really don't want to hear anyone getting sick and possibly dying from it. But I really hate to see someone I know contract it and have something happen. So if you are at high risk, please take the extra precautions and take even the same precautions I'm taking post this pandemic lifting. Because guys, I don't think it's over once the rise falls down. I think there's going to be a second wave this fall, and we're going to have to do this all over again. So I don't know. Yeah, that's not really a rant, that's my 2 cents. So I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I do love you guys. Hopefully none of my opinions have ever made your blood boil to the point that you don't want to listen to me anymore. It's not my intent. Again, this is just the way that I'm going to choose to live my life. Has nothing to do with you guys. I have nothing but respect for everyone who makes their own decisions, and whatever those decisions are, hey, that's on you, and I'm not going to fault you for it. So I love you guys as always, and I will catch you guys on the next dark side, as this is the way. A ChopperFett seeing ya. Gring, 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 gring.